talking to you.
Well, I'm gonna shut up then.
But I don't know what I want to eat, and I don't want to be gone for like 5 minutes.
Well, if you were where you were supposed to be, you could have blueberry biscuits.
Well, I didn't miss my flight, so that didn't work
Well,
out.
that's your fault for not missing your flight. I
It's not
tried.
my fault you were driving.
No, I tried to make you miss that flight. The bridge was
I
up.
could
I thought
tell.
the bridge was up. I just knew we were done. But
Almost missed my flight, but they delayed it. So,
I know we would have missed it if they wouldn't have delayed it,
yep.
and we would be here right now, and you would have shown doing what I asked.
You know, the TSA at your airport takes their job way too seriously. Did you see that guy? He's like, "You need to wait behind that sign." I'm like, there's
Yeah,
two
really.
people in this line. The girl
And
who's in
how?
front of me and me. Like, I don't need to wait behind the sign. She's already done whatever she's doing with you. Like, she scanned her
And
ticket, she's gone through, she's gotten and then like I had my sunglasses on and he like picks up my ID and he's like
I,
going over it very thoroughly. And he
I
looks
saw
at
that.
me, looks at the picture, looks at
I,
me, looks at the picture, and he's like, "Take your sunglasses off." And I'm
I,
like, "Okay." So
I
I take
saw
them
that.
off, and he's
I,
like, "You're good. You're
I
good to
saw
go."
that.
I
And
know.
then the
So
lady, like
dumb.
right there where you're putting your stuff through, like she's taking forever.
Forever. She's like, "Do you have any food in there?" I'm like, "No." Are your shoes
Right?
off? She looks down. Your shoes are off. Like, yeah, I know my fucking shoes are off. And she's like, "Are your liquids out of your bag?" She looks down. "Do you have any lotions or other liquids?" "No." "They're right there. It's all set. It's good to go." And she's like, "Do you have any electronics?" I'm like, "No. Can we please hurry this up? My flight leaves in like a minute. Please. Can we please hurry?" And then, so I go through and I'm like, "Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a corset. It's gonna make the fucking body scanner go off." And they're like,
Yep.
"Yeah, and I think that jumpsuit you're wearing has too many zippers on it, so that's probably gonna go off too." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I travel with this all the time. It'll be fine." Go through, like, something next to my ear that was floating that sent the alarm off. So,
Uh-huh.
imaginary floating thing next to my ear, and then the corset did, of course. So they wiped down my hands, and luckily
Us.
this time I didn't put lotion on because last time I did, I tested positive for suspicious chemicals. So
Right.
that was cool. But this time, no lotion. I remembered. It was actually that I forgot to put lotion on this time. Anyway, so um, buzzer goes off. She pats me down and
Cops a feel.
wipes my hands with the chemical. And then she's like, "I don't know if I'm supposed to test the thing that made the alarm go off. I don't know if I'm supposed to test that for chemicals too." And then she like sits there, she pulls out a couple more test strips and holds them and looks around. And then she's like, "I don't know." And then she like sets them down and like turns back and she's like, "You can go." It's like, okay. I'm very glad that we're all on the same page here.
Right.
And like in the Salt Lake airport, one time I didn't have to take my shoes off and they only made every other person go through the body scanner, and then they changed it since then, but like the very first time I flew, which was 2 years ago, last year, yeah, 2 years ago. Anyway, um, and they don't test your hands. At least they don't test my hands. I guess I don't look suspicious enough. But
Yeah. Your hands are too manly.
like when I travel in a jumpsuit. It's like a one piece onesie. I have a shirt and I don't wear pants because it's pants, and all I do is just like tie it around my waist. I don't know, like I'm in fucking prison. So I go through the thing, corset goes off. I tell them, it's just the corset, and I like unzip and I'm like, you can pat me down. And they're like, do you want to go into a private room? I'm like, no, it's fine. And they're like, well, we can go into a private room if you're comfortable, more comfortable there. I'm like, no, it's fine. You can just pat me down here. Well, if we just go into this private room over here, and I'm like, why can't you just pat me down here? The lady in the Salt Lake airport asked me 4 times
Like
if I wanted a private room. It's like,
I
no,
like getting groped, woman. Do it.
do it in public. I'm an exhibitionist.
Do it. So
Like,
everyone can see.
I like it when people watch.
Yes.
Oh man.
Let me know how that ass feels.
And I
Been
was like,
working on
I
it.
don't have time for a private room. This is fine right here. My flight's gonna leave. It was funny. It was great. Good times. Love it.
I like taking you in a private room every once
And
in a
like,
while.
yeah.
For,
um,
for a pat down or two.
I think it was in the Salt Lake airport actually. I also used lotion and oh yeah, that was the first time I flew out. So, used lotion. They tested my hands for chemicals and I tested positive for suspicious chemicals. So they're like, "Okay, we need to search your bags. We need to pat you down." And so I shoved all of my socks into my backpack in this tiny little pocket, and like it was on the verge of exploding, like just bursting at the seams with socks. And the TSA agent's going to open the pocket, and I'm like, you better be careful with that pocket. It might explode.
You said that? You
I
said that in the airport.
I said that in the airport. Be
Jesus
careful with that
Christ.
pocket. Might explode.
Could
And
explode.
he kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have said that at the airport." And he just kind of laughed. He's like, "It's fine." Might explode.
Jesus.
I don't know. It just didn't occur to me. Like it did, and I always think about it, but as soon as I'm in that situation, say all the wrong things every time.
Jeez.
Oh,
So
that's
one
how
of
it
your
works.